Hey creators, I'm back again with another video and I want to show you today how you can create a thank you card for your business. Now these thank you cards, you can either have them printed or you can use it as a digital thank you card that you can upload to your Instagram or Facebook, wherever you want to upload it on your social media feed. So I'm in canva.com and click on create a design. So let's just start that again. Create a design. And most business cards on social media, they're actually the size of, at least for Instagram, it's like the size of a post. So let's do 1080 by 1080 pixels. Now it's showing here for me under recent because this is something that I have recently created. If it's not showing for you, you just type it up here at the top, 1080. You can hit tab and type in 1080 again and type create new design. I'll show you something else that you can do as well. Another way that you can do it, if you click on the Canva logo, it'll take you to the home page. And under what will you design today, you can type in business card and it'll bring up some templates for you. If you want to use those as something to start with, you can do that as well. So you'll see that they are here and they're very nice. They're beautiful. And we can actually resize them if they're not the size that we need for our Instagram feed. So these look like they're actually the size of business cards. So we're going to actually, let's start with a template. So let's click on this one and we are going to choose customize this template. We're not worried about these items here, these choices. This is if you are actually going to print with Canva. So let's customize this template. And we are going to resize this design. So on the left-hand side at the top, it gives you the option to resize. We're going to click on that and we are going to resize this. We are going to choose a custom size. We're going to change the units to pixels and we're going to make the width 1080 and we're going to make the height 1080 as well. And remember, we're doing this because we're creating this for an Instagram feed. So we're going to click continue. And I don't need to copy and resize because I actually want to resize this design. I would choose copy and resize if I wanted to keep my original design and copy a second design, but I actually want to resize this design. So we're going to click on resize this design. So in the same window, it opens up and it is now resized to 1080 by 1080. So as you can see, obviously, because it's a different size, some of the elements no longer fit the same, but that is not a problem. If you want to keep this element, you can just move it around to wherever you want it to go. So let's do this. And we are going to change this. So this says Olivia and Company. So I'm going to type in the Joy Art Club. If you don't like this font, you can, always change your font as well. I'm moving this over a little bit. And here is where you would change your font. If you click on it, it shows you the different fonts available. So you could change it. I do like this font and it's called Amsterdam 4. I wanted to make sure I said that because I've watched videos before and sometimes people forget that they are, talking to people and people can't always see the screen very well, especially if you're looking on a phone. So a lot of times I've been like, what's the font? So the font for this is Amsterdam 4. So I'm going to leave that font as it is. I'm going to put it a little more towards the middle. I'm going to put it to the middle and I'm going to move this element here kind of up because I don't want it to overcrowd the Joy Art Club name. And I'm going to make this name a little bit bigger. I'm going to increase the font size. So there we go. Now right here, like we said, we want to make this a thank you card. So you can type in whatever you want. So let's type in thank you so much for your support over the season. Let's make this larger, not larger, but wider. I want to fit this across the card itself. And then we are going to align it to the center. Okay, so now it's in the center. And another thing that I think I might do, if I click on effects, let's see if we do a neon. And I kind of like that neon look a little bit. You can do a glitch, you can do an echo. With the echo, you can change the color of the echo. You can basically do it however you want to do it. You can change the offset to it, you can change the direction of it, however you want to do it. So I think I like that. We're going to leave it like that, but I am going to, I think, increase the font size a little bit, and we're going to make this so that it is kind of in the middle, in the center. So there it is. So we're going to click back on this element. We are going to duplicate this element because I want to put it at the bottom as well. This is nice for like the holidays are coming up, right? So it kind of looks like a holiday season, like a Christmas greeting or something. And I'm just flipping this around because I like these little flecks at the top of it. So now we're going to click on this text and I'm going to duplicate it again. And down here, we're going to say, enjoy your holiday season. And here's a little something from me. I'll say us, from us. Okay, so now what I want, because I'm doing this is like a holiday thank you card. You know, holiday is red and green. I'm going to change the color to this. We're going to make this, click back on the text color. We're going to make this color red, but I do not want that effect. So I'm going to say no effect, and I'm going to change it to outline. And I'm going to change the outline color to a little bit of, let's see, maybe gold. Hmm, that looks a little too cartoony to me. But for right now, we'll just leave it like that. We are going to make this a little slimmer. We are going to change the spacing of the lines and make the lines closer together. We're also going to change the text. So while we have it highlighted, we're going to click on here and let's change it to something. Um, you know what? I think maybe we'll just make it a regular font. You don't want too many exaggerated fonts, so let's just keep this as a regular styled font. So let's find one. So I'm choosing the font Anton, which is a default font in Canva, one of the default fonts. I'm going to click on effects. I think I want to take the effects off of here. And I also want to make this font smaller, the size smaller. Now, what you can do to make it smaller, you can do two things. You can grab the edge of the text box and you can move it down or up wherever you feel comfortable with it being. Or you can click on the plus size up here where it says increase font size. The plus would increase it and the minus sign would decrease it. So let's increase it a little bit. And let's put this down here. So I'm going to play around with this a little bit. Okay, so as you see, I've been playing around with the the design a little bit. I've moved some of the text to different places, and I have widened this line a little bit, and I also moved the element, the gold element. I moved that down just to kind of give it a more of a some symmetry there. Okay, so I kept this here. Enjoy your holiday season. And here's a little something from us. So obviously that would be like a coupon or something like that. So you could type in a coupon code. You can type in whatever you want to type, whatever you want to give away. So let's duplicate this and let's type in, first of all, let's make this box a little smaller so that it does not cover up this right here. Okay. And let's type something in here, but let's change this font color since it's the holidays. Let's make it green. Okay. And you can change the font if you want, or you can keep it the same. So let's say 20% off on your next purchase. And we will tell them to use a certain coupon code. Put this right here, and this can be smaller. So let's make this smaller. Use coupon code 20 off 20%. Now, what we're going to do, I want to make this stand out a little bit. So we are going to click on effects again, and we're going to make the background stand out a little bit on here. So here we go. And now we can make this font inside of here black. Great. And we can make this a little bit bigger just so people see it. Okay, pull this up a little bit. Pull that there. Okay. So that looks pretty good. What you think? Now, remember I told you in a previous video, if you click on elements and you click social media, not click, but if you type social media icons, different icons will come up. So I'm going to click on graphics and scroll down and see which ones I may want to use. Let's just click any of them. It doesn't matter. Whatever your social media icon needs are, Canva has them. So I typed in specifically Instagram. And so let's just find a cute little Instagram icon. Let's see which one looks more typical. Let's just do this one. I'm going to make it a little smaller, and I am going to, now you see that it's behind this text box. The way that you can easily get to it, click on position, click on layers. And now if I click on the actual element display on the left, now I am utilizing or being able to utilize the actual icon. So I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, put this down at the bottom, and now we need to tell people what our social media is. We're going to make this smaller, a little bigger, and let's type. Although I'm not on Instagram as of now anyway, but I'm just going to say at the Joy Art Club. So you would type in whatever your Instagram is. So it's really simple to use, guys. And if you have more than one social media page, you could put all of those on here and fit them in some kind of way. So I'm going to change this font color to maybe white. Yeah, and I'm going to change this to a very thin font like Poppins, Poppins. That's a nice font. And I'm going to make this smaller. Put this right here. Move this over a little bit. And now you have your thank you card. Now, if you don't like the background to be black, you can change that. If you click on the background, you see here, you can change it. But what I like to do, sometimes I'll go back and I'll say, oh, wow, I should have kept that color. So I like to duplicate the page anytime I make a change. So that way I've kept my original in place. Okay. So I'm clicking on the background here and I'm going to change it to, let's see, maybe we can make it. Ew, no, that's not a good one. Whatever color you want to make it. I don't know what color will work good on here. Definitely not red and definitely not green because we have red and green font. So I think black is probably the best color. But what the other thing you can do is if you click on photos and if you type in holiday background, we can make our background a different. Um, that's kind of nice, but it doesn't blend well. So let's find something else. Let's see what this does. Nah, none of those. But anyway, you get my drift. You would find whatever you need, whatever background that you want to use. You use that background, and you can make your card however you want to make it. So if you want to use this one, for instance, you would just kind of move stuff around. Maybe this should be black now. Maybe this one can be white. Let's see. Maybe you could put that there. You can make this black. So you get the idea. It's just so many things that you can do with Canva. It's so many ways that you can um, you know, make things for your business. You can brand yourself so easily. So don't ever think that, you have to pay a lot for, branding your own business. I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to think, oh wow, I can't do this. Oh wow, it's too expensive. No, you don't have to pay anybody. You can do it yourself. So obviously, this right here is not really blending in. So we would have to do something with this. Maybe we'd have to change this to white. That's not working either, but maybe we could do the background effect. So let's change it back to black. Let's change it to black. And now let's do a background effect on this one. Let's see, here's background. Let's make the background maybe gold. Yeah. So you get my drift. You can do whatever you want, however you want. You can move this down. If you want this um, background to fit a little differently, you double click it and then you can click on, or not click, but hold the um, mouse key down over the corners. And you see how I'm moving this up or down? You can also move it around. Okay, so you can do it however you want to do it, whatever is best. And then you just click off of it, and it is back to your design. So you might need to move that in some. Maybe you want to make that black. But you get the idea. You can do whatever you want. You can make some really, really beautiful designs on Canva. So I just really hope that you take advantage of Canva. It is probably, I would say, it's the easiest tool to use. Well, it might not be so easy, but once you get the hang of it, if you stick with me, I promise you will look up and you will be designing everything that you ever dreamed of. So there we go. So now we have two designs. And if we click on the grid view over here on the right, you will now see your two designs. So now you actually have two cards. So you could actually have these printed physically, or you can just download them and then upload them to your Instagram or your Facebook, and you've got thank you cards for your customers. So there you go, guys. I hope you learned something new today. And if you would, please give me a thumbs up, comment, Let me know what else you may need. Let me know what you are wanting to learn to design on Canva, and I'll try my best to fulfill your wish and show you what you may need to learn or what you want to learn on Canva. So, thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and just keep on creating. Don't stop. Okay. Much love to you. Have fun using Canva. Thanks. Bye bye. See you on the next video.